The sentiment tab shows you exactly which positive, neutral or negative keywords AI search engines use to describe you. The keywords positive, neutral or negative are justification reasons why your brand was being recommended or discouraged from being used. The negative ones are especially interesting to have a look at, so I'm scrolling down and let's say I'm clicking here on significant limitations. I see here significant limitations in the AI response. I see citation number 1 below it. Then I will scroll down. I see here citation number 1. I can click on it. And if this is, for example, fake information that is being spread about my brand, about my product, I can reach out to the owner of the website and ask it to rectify this negative information. If I scroll up again, I can click on the Analyze with Rankscale Scout. Once the analysis has run, I can find what is positively being mentioned about my brand, what is negatively mentioned about my brand. Then I can also get next steps on how to mitigate, for example, these frustrations. This is not only available for your brand, but all of this information is also available for the competitors. And what is especially interesting here is when I click on Analyze with Rankscale Scout, I get next steps recommended to potentially leverage their negatives where I have a positive. I can also export this information towards a CSV or a Google Sheet. A final thing that I want to mention is that sentiment is incredibly important within AI search engines. It's not enough anymore to just appear in the results, it should be in a positive way. Because, for example, if somebody is talking about my brand to potential prospects, when it is speaking positively about me, then I will have a higher chance of having that potential prospect turning into a customer. When it is speaking negative about my brand, of course, the chances of this specific prospect turning into a customer will be lower. If I, for example, want to prove my AI visibility in ChatGPT, I would, let's say, click on a competitor. I would look for the positive keywords from ChatGPT. I would check them out and see what does ChatGPT actually value when it is recommending a potential product. Therefore, should potentially include these keywords as well in my descriptions, because apparently ChatGPT is looking for these. Another way to use this information is to scroll down and to go to the negative keywords. And for example, if I notice that I'm countering these negative keywords with my offering because we offer the opposite, then I could mention this as well on my website, because what happens in AI search engines is they look at the market, see what is being said negatively about a product, and then actively look for solutions for products that mitigate these negatives. So for example, we notice here with Google Gemini, customer service and app interface are almost entirely in German, and if I have an English application, then I would definitely suggest to implement and mention on my page that we have the application available in English, because Google Gemini will be actively looking for a solution that counters this negative keyword. Because if they provide solutions that are as suitable as possible for a specific persona, they also satisfy the user better. And of course, an AI search engine wants to provide satisfying answers. So once again, if I see negative keywords that I, for example, have a positive for, definitely make sure that you mention it. You can do this manually by just scrolling to the keywords list, or you can just use the Rankscale Scout to get recommended next steps.